Hello, I'm Daniela Taba. I also go by Danny, and I am American. I grew up in Wyoming, USA, and now I live in South Dakota, USA. I'll break down this video into four sections. I'll talk a little bit about my lessons, my education, my interest in Japanese culture, and my hobbies. So during my first lesson, you tell me what your goals and objectives are. And the second lesson onward, I will tailor a lesson plan that will tackle those goals and objectives. Learning something new should always be fun, and I want to be sure that I do my best to push my students, but still make sure that they are comfortable with the pace we are going at. If you want to improve your English, we can have everyday conversation or we can have small talk, and I can teach you the different cues to have small talk, such as talking about the weather, talking about geography, and much more. Since one of my minors within my degree is writing, I can help you with your writing in different areas. The main areas I can focus on are email writing, essay writing, creative writing, or writing in general. We can also talk about grammar, and under grammar you may need to let me know what you need most in our grammatical lessons. I can teach you the difference between adjectives, verbs, nouns, creating sentence structures, past tense, present tense, future tense, and much more. If you need help with pronouncing words, I can also help. Some words within the English language are tricky. There are a lot of different exceptions within the written language, and when you're pronouncing a word, it can be a little difficult, even for English native speakers. I can help you get ahead of the game when it comes to saying words. It just takes a little patience and kindness. News articles are another great way to learn and teach English. I know because my high school German teacher would teach us German through newspaper articles. And I feel like it's a great conversation piece when traveling and making friends as well. We can pick apart articles that I have assigned and we can have a conversation around those topics. Please note that I will not be teaching any political or religious articles. I won't be picking those or teaching those. So yeah. Situational conversation is another thing I will be teaching you. I can teach you the cues behind daily conversation you may have at different places. For example, restaurants, shopping venues, hotels, hospitals, and much more. If you want to choose the situation, we can always work on that as well. All right, that is everything I can provide. It's a lot. Now a little bit about me and my education. I received my bachelor's in mass communication from Black Hills State University. I used to work for the Buzz FM, and I was their production director, meaning I would make sweepers, underwriting ads, PSAs, and I had my own show called The Fun Facts Show. I was also a journalist at the Jacket Journal, which is BHSU's student-ran newspaper, and I also wrote and interviewed articles for Black Hills State University Alumni Magazine, which was created through their marketing department. Next, my interest in Japanese culture. We're already at number 3. So I have loved Pokemon since I was 5 years old, ever since it came to America, but I didn't really know where it originated from until I picked up my first manga at 14 years old. From there, I was fascinated with Japanese pop culture and ended up watching all sorts of anime the last 10 years of my life. And just the past 2 years, I've really gotten into Japanese music, such as Bradio, baby metal, and the oral cigarettes as well. I can read hiragana, sort of, but I'm trying to really learn Japanese language in general. I can read and pronounce hiragana, but I have no clue what it is that I'm saying. But perhaps we could incorporate some of that into our lessons as well. I can write something in hiragana to help you pronounce something in English if the lesson is right for it. I would love to visit Japan one day and be a tourist there. It has always been one of my biggest dreams. Lastly, number 4, I have a lot of hobbies. I am a piano teacher later in the school year here in America, and I have taken 13 years of formal training within piano from when I was 5 years old to when I was 18 years old. I love exercise, and I learned how to snowboard last winter. In the summer, I love to ride around on my bicycle, and hopefully next summer I can ride a marathon. I love to write and read poetry. I enjoy the challenge of expressing big ideas with very few words. It feels effective, and it's just fun to try and problem solve and figure out what words to choose to express this big idea. I'm also trying to learn how to fire dance as well in my spare time, which, with everything else that I'm doing, has become a very, very slow process. My boyfriend fire dances with poi, which is material hanging from a chain, and I'm trying to learn how to fire dance with a dragon staff, which is just a long stick with fire at the end of it. Overall, I love performing at arts and just art in general. I'm not great at drawing or painting, but I always love to see what people can create out of thin air. Thank you for listening to my introduction. If you have any questions or would like to discuss anything that I have listed, please let me know and we can definitely have a great conversation. Thank you for your time and have a great day.